Let's go live now to former Scottish First Minister Alex Salmond. Great to have you with us, Mr Salmond. Tell me, how likely is it that the court's decision will re-inflame tensions in Catalonia? And do you think we can expect more protests like we saw back in 2017?
Well, there's no doubt about that. I mean, Monday, October the 14th, will be a day of democratic infamy as far as Spain is concerned. This is the shame of Spain. You know, 100 years of sentences for 9 politicians, cleared of any violent activity whatsoever, but then put forward on a sedition charge, which is anti-democratic, oppressive, and of course totally counterproductive. Because these people already have been the great rallying figures of Catalan independence movement for the last 2 years. Now they will have achieved martyrdom. I think I'd go as far as to say this is the day that these Spanish judges actually sealed the fate of the Spanish state. I don't see the Catalan crisis ending now anywhere except in Catalan independence.
The imprisoned leaders, they claim they've been unfairly sentenced and that their trial was built on false charges. Is that the case?
Well, of course it's the case. I mean, you know, in democracies, in liberal democracies, in civilised states, crimes of sedition, those few states who still have it on the statute book, I abolished as First Minister the charge of sedition in Scotland in 2010, for example, but these few countries which still have sedition as a charge on the statute book attach it to violence, some violent uprising. But everyone knows in Catalonia, and even this Spanish court cleared them of it, that all of the violence was in the hands of the Spanish state police 2 years ago. There was no violence on the part of those arguing, organising the referendum, trying to cast their ballot, trying to vote. There was no violence from them. That was totally peaceful. And therefore, the very few countries which still have such trumped-up charges in the statute book have it attached to violence. There was no violence in this case and no justification whatsoever for these oppressive, undemocratic sentences. I would predict that all of these sentences will be overturned in the European Court of Justice in Strasbourg. I don't think the Spanish state have a hope of sustaining these sentences, and in the meantime they'll take the arguments and the power of the peaceful demonstrations for Catalan independence to a new level that's never been seen before. It's a vastly undemocratic, but as I say, a totally counterproductive move by the Spanish state. You know, when elected politicians use unelected judges to sentence other elected politicians to a grand total of 100 years between the 9 of them, then things have reached a point which cannot be sustained, and the Spanish state, I don't think, will survive this outrage.
Alex Salmond, former Scottish First Minister, thank you for coming on the programme and sharing your thoughts on this. We appreciate it.